Hey everybody, welcome back to The Witness. We are continuing to collect audio logs here, and I think there's one somewhere here on the beach. I'm gonna look around and make sure we didn't miss it. I think it's actually on this side of the dock, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully this is not one I've seen before. No, it's not. It's right here.
One day I happened to be occupied with the subject of generation of waves by wind. I took down the standard treatise on hydrodynamics, and under that heading I read, if the external forces P prime sub yy, P prime sub xy be given multiples of e to the ikx plus at, where k and a are prescribed, the equations in question determine a and c, and thence, by 9, the value of eta. And so on for 2 pages. At the end, it is made clear that a wind of less than half a mile an hour will leave the surface unruffled. At a mile an hour, the surface is covered with minute corrugations due to capillary waves which decay immediately if the disturbing cause ceases. At 2 miles an hour, the gravity waves appear. As the author modestly concludes, our theoretical investigations give considerable insight into the incipient stages of wave formation. On another occasion, the same subject of generation of waves by wind was in my mind, but this time another book was more appropriate, and I read, "There are waters blown by changing winds to laughter, and lit by the rich skies all day, and after, frost, with a gesture, stays the waves that dance in wandering loveliness. He leaves a white unbroken glory, a gathered radiance, a width, a shining peace under the night." The magic words bring back the scene. Again, we feel nature drawing close to us, uniting with us, till we are filled with the gladness of the waves dancing in the sunshine, with the awe of the moonlight on the frozen lake. These were not moments when we fell below ourselves. We did not look back on them and say, "It was disgraceful for a man with 6 sober senses and a scientific understanding to let himself be deluded in that way. I will take Lamb's hydrodynamics with me next time." It is good that there should be such moments for us. Life would be stunted and narrow if we could feel no significance in the world around us beyond that which can be weighed and measured with the tools of the physicist, or described by the metrical symbols of the mathematician. Of course, it was an illusion. We can easily expose the rather clumsy trick that was played on us. Ethereal vibrations of various wavelengths, reflected at different angles from the disturbed interface between air and water, reached our eyes, and by photoelectric action caused appropriate stimuli to travel along the optic nerves to a brain center. Here, the mind set to work to weave an impression out of the stimuli. The incoming material was somewhat meager, but the mind is a great storehouse of associations that could be used to clothe the skeleton. Having woven an impression, the mind surveyed all that it had made and decided that it was very good. The critical faculty was lulled. We ceased to analyze and were conscious only of the impression as a whole. The warmth of the air, the scent of the grass, the gentle stir of the breeze, combined with the visual scene in one transcendent impression, around us and within us. Associations emerging from their storehouse grew bolder. Perhaps we recalled the phrase, rippling laughter. Waves, ripples, laughter, gladness. The ideas jostled one another. Quite illogically, we were glad. Though what there can possibly be to be glad about in a set of ethereal vibrations no sensible person can explain. A mood of quiet joy suffused the whole impression. The gladness in ourselves was in nature, in the waves, everywhere. That's how it was. It was an illusion. Then why toy with it longer? These airy fancies which the mind, when we do not keep it severely in order, projects into the external world should be of no concern to the earnest seeker after truth. Get back to the solid substance of things, to the material of the water moving under the pressure of the wind and the force of gravitation, in obedience to the laws of hydrodynamics. But the solid substance of things is another illusion. It too is a fancy projected by the mind into the external world. We have chased the solid substance from the continuous liquid to the atom, from the atom to the electron, and there we have lost it. But at least it will be said, we have reached something real at the end of the chase, the protons and electrons. Or, if the new quantum theory condemns these images as too concrete and leaves us with no coherent images at all, at least we have symbolic coordinates and momenta and Hamiltonian functions, devoting themselves with single-minded purpose to ensuring that QP minus PQ shall be equal to IH over 2 pi. I have tried to show that by following this course we reach a cyclic scheme which, from its very nature, can only be a partial expression of our environment. It is not reality, but the skeleton of reality. Actuality has been lost in the exigencies of the chase. Having first rejected the mind as a worker of illusion, we have in the end to return to the mind and say, here are worlds well and truly built on a basis more secure than your fanciful illusions. But there is nothing to make any one of them an actual world. Please choose one and weave your fanciful images into it. That alone can make it actual. We have torn away the mental fancies to get to the reality beneath, only to find that the reality of that which is beneath is bound up with its potentiality of awakening these fancies. It is because the mind, the weaver of illusion, is also the only guarantor of reality, that reality is always to be sought at the base of illusion. Illusion is to reality as the smoke to the fire. I will not urge that hoary untruth, there is no smoke without fire, but it is reasonable to inquire whether, in the mystical illusions of man, there is not a reflection of an underlying reality. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
It's a very interesting quote. Let's listen to this one. We were wondering where this was earlier.
O Lord God, helper of those who seek you, I see you in the garden of paradise, and I do not know what I see, because I see nothing visible. I know this alone, that I know that I do not know what I see, and that I can never know. I do not know how to name you, because I do not know what you are. Should anyone tell me that you are named by this or that name, by the fact that one gives a name, I know that it is not your name. For the wall beyond which I see you is the limit of every mode of signification by names. Should anyone express any concept by which you could be conceived, I know that this concept is not a concept of you, for every concept finds its boundary at the wall of paradise. Should anyone express any likeness and say that you ought to be conceived according to it, I know in the same way that this is not a likeness of you. So too, if anyone, wishing to furnish the means by which you might be understood, should set forth an understanding of you, one is still far removed from you. For the highest wall separates you from all these, and secludes you from everything that can be said or thought, because you are absolute from all the things that can fall within any concept. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
It's kind of similar to the other quote from Nicholas of Cusa that we found earlier.
If we were not able or did not desire to look in any new direction, if we did not have a doubt or recognize ignorance, we would not get any new ideas. There would be nothing worth checking because we would know what is true. So what we call scientific knowledge today is a body of statements of varying degrees of certainty. Some of them are most unsure, some of them are nearly sure, but none is absolutely certain. Scientists are used to this.
Oh.
We know that it is consistent to be able to live and not know. Some people say, how can you live without knowing?
There we go.
I do not know what they mean. I always live without knowing. That is easy. How you get to know is what I want to know. This freedom to doubt is an important matter in the sciences, and I believe in other fields. It was born of a struggle. It was a struggle to be permitted to doubt, to be unsure. and I do not want us to forget the importance of the struggle, and by default, to let the thing fall away. I feel a responsibility as a scientist who knows the great value of a satisfactory philosophy of ignorance, and the progress made possible by such a philosophy. Progress which is the fruit of freedom of thought. I feel a responsibility to proclaim the value of this freedom, and to teach that doubt is not to be feared, but that it is to be welcomed as the possibility of a new potential for human beings. If you know that you are not sure, you have a chance to improve the situation. I want to demand this freedom for future generations. Richard Feynman, 1963.
Okay, I'm still a little unsure about this. I know we found one around here somewhere. Oh wait, did we not do this? Okay, we did do that. At least I thought we did. What is this here? Oh, this is the one that goes up and over, isn't it? Let me just make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is. It's this one. Yeah, so we did this. There is still at least one more here. I think there's a second one, but it's that other one that was on the other face of the obelisk that we thought was in between the garden and then this area. And I think it does involve this. How are we going to get this? Actually, before we do it, I know there's an audio log in the monastery, so let me go and activate that so we can work on puzzles while we listen. I hate just standing around, although it is nice, though. The game certainly encourages you to do it. I think it was around here somewhere. Maybe you access it from the inside. Let's open that up. I think it is on that side. Whoa, that was loud. I forgot that these shutters are... I don't know if double-sided is the right word, but basically you can't get to what would be in there from only one side. There it is, right there. Because it covers it up that way.
There is nothing in existence but veils hung down. Acts of perception attach themselves only to veils, which leave traces in the owner of the eye that perceives them. Bin Arabi 1231.
Oh, that was short. Okay, somehow it has to involve this. I'm pretty sure. I'm just viewing it from the wrong angle or something. And I don't know quite where I'm supposed to be standing. This spot right here is used for that. We know that. But this right here, this continues to be very curious. The problem with this is that this section of the tree has no green, which is an issue. But I'm ultimately trying to get it up through there. I think that's the objective. I just need to figure out from where to do that. Unless it's from a slightly different spot. And I'm really supposed to connect them like that through something else. But I don't think so. This seems too perfect to be anything else. Nope, nothing is really clicking here. This one's been really bothering me. I don't know how to get that. And the problem with standing over there is that your view is really obstructed, so... yeah. Do. Oh, good times. Alright, I'm looking up an answer because I've spent enough time just staring at this that I don't really know. Let's see, Monastery Obelisk. I do actually have the page ready just in case we needed to do this here. Yeah, this whole branch feels like it needs to be a part of something. I mean, unless there is a way You know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. Let's just go through. Okay, I think... Is this the third or the fourth symbol? No, this is the third symbol. Oh! You actually have to... Hang on. It seems like the game is telling you that you actually... Or this walkthrough is at least telling me that you actually have to step back a bit for this one. Is that it? That's pretty well hidden. Nice, okay. Oh wait, no, it's not up, it's down. There we go, okay. That is totally not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, we still have the mystery of that, and I'm pretty sure that involves viewing something in this section from over here, like somewhere where those trees are, potentially. So let's go over there. We'll have to go through the garden. I also happen to know that, because I looked this up in between videos, that we actually did miss some traces over here on the outside. Mainly because I wasn't standing in the right place to see that. There's, I think, another one, but I'll get to it in a sec. Alright, where are we? We're supposed to be probably around here somewhere, right? Okay, I see some lines. I just need to find a starting spot. Maybe it isn't here. Although, wait a minute, I see that thing that we were looking at earlier. Could it be that we need something from here to... Oh! What do you know? That was important after all. Okay. That solves that mystery. I was really curious about that. Okay. So for now, I'm going to just go back to looking for the audio logs. Let me just see what the next one is. We got the laser one. We got the one on the peninsula. We got the one in the monastery window. Okay, so it's the town that's next. So I'm just going to finish up all the environmental puzzles here. Let me just take stock of what we need to do first. I think I've been recording for a little bit too long. My voice is starting to give out a little bit. But we're so close to finishing the game, I kind of want to finish things up. Okay, how are we doing here? We got all those, we got that, we got those. Okay, we still need to get this. So I think if this is the side of the building, and if that's the side of the building, then we need to start from the top and then go left, and then we need to do one that goes to the right and then does some zigzags. And I think that will be it. I think that's all for the monastery area. So let's figure this out. What have we not done yet? We did the one that involved wrapping around here, right? But I don't know if we did this. Did we do this? Yeah, we did all those. I'm noticing that we didn't use these. I don't know if those are red herrings or if we missed something there. We did the one that's way over there. Oh, but there's one there. Ooh. Okay, I think I see where this is going. Yeah, there we go. This would take care of at least one of those. But we can't quite feed it that way. How do we connect that? We have to use that top part, I think. Yeah, there we go. There we are. Okay, so what's the other one? It kind of just involves going down, right? It's somewhere here. This part here kind of looks promising. We already did that, though, so I think that was just mainly used as the bridge to get to that. And I think, yeah, we did the one that went all the way there. Is there anything else up here that's a little strange looking? Oh wait, there's this. We didn't end there, did we? No. Ooh. How do we end there? I bet that's a solution. Here? No, that doesn't work. Maybe if we stand, like, right there. There we go. And I think, yep, we got the monastery obelisk completely done. Sweet. Alright, so let's go to the town, because we got a lot of audio logs to find there. As well as a few environmental puzzles left to do. And what are we doing here? There we go. Let's go this way. Alright, so I think there's at least a couple up in the church area. I know there's one in the bell tower. So let's go to do that one first. There we go.
Oh, my God. How does it happen in this poor old world? That thou art so great, and yet nobody finds
here.
thee. That thou callest so loudly, and nobody hears thee. That thou art so near, and nobody feels thee. That thou givest thyself to everybody, and nobody knows thy name. Men flee from thee, and say they cannot find thee. They turn their backs, and say they cannot see thee. They stop their ears, and say they cannot hear thee. Halsdane, circa 1520.
There's a couple more. I'm not sure where they are. Let me look up the answer here. The one in the bell tower I knew about because I was kind of exploring the island, just trying to find the puzzles that we haven't solved yet. Let's see. Oh, they're apparently in this area somewhere. They're kind of together too. I'm probably, if it were a snake, it probably would have bitten me by now. Are they not there? Oh, they're apparently under a window. Are they up here? Ah, they're up here.
It is a great adventure to contemplate the universe beyond man. To contemplate what it would be like without man, as it was in a great part of its long history, and as it is in a great majority of places. When this objective view is finally attained, and the mystery and majesty of matter are fully appreciated, to then turn the objective eye back on man, viewed as matter, to view life as part of this universal mystery of the greatest depth, is to sense an experience which is very rare and very exciting. It usually ends in laughter and a delight in the futility of trying to understand what this atom in the universe is. This thing atoms with curiosity that looks at itself and wonders why it wonders. Well, these scientific views end in awe and mystery, lost at the edge in uncertainty, but they appear to be so deep and so impressive that the theory that it is all arranged as a stage for God to watch man struggle for good and evil seems inadequate. Some will tell me that I have just described a religious experience. Very well, you may call it what you will. Then, in that language, I would say that the young man's religious experience is of such a kind that he finds the religion of his church inadequate to describe, to encompass that kind of experience. The God of the church isn't big enough. Richard Feynman, 1963.
Okay, let's listen to the other one. I know there's another one there by the town obelisk. I'll go back there and get it.
Imagine if all the tumult of the body were to quiet down, along with all our busy thoughts about earth, sea, and air. If the very world should stop, and the mind cease thinking about itself, go beyond itself, and be quite still. If all the fantasies that appear in dreams and imagination should cease, and there be no speech, no sign. Imagine if all things that are perishable grew still. For if we listen, they are saying, we did not make ourselves. He made us who abides forever. Imagine then that they should say this and fall silent, listening to the very voice of him who made them, and not to that of his creation, so that we should hear not his word through the tongues of men, nor the voice of angels, nor the clouds' thunder, nor any symbol, but his very self, which in these things we love, and go beyond ourselves to attain a flash of that eternal wisdom which abides above all things. And imagine if that moment were to go on and on, leaving behind all other sights and sounds but this one vision, which ravishes and absorbs and fixes the beholder in joy, so that the rest of eternal life were like that moment of illumination which leaves us breathless. Would this not be what is bidden in Scripture? Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Augustine of Hippo, circa 400.
It's interesting how both of those perspectives were there inside the entryway into the church. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a path that ends here, because I believe that's the last remaining symbol here. I know there's two, but I'm saving one for later, as I mentioned earlier. And I know there's an audio log here. There it is.
Your question is the most difficult in the world. It is not a question I can answer simply with yes or no. I am not an atheist. I do not know if I can define myself as a pantheist. The problem involved is too vast for our limited minds. May I not reply with a parable? The human mind, no matter how highly trained, cannot grasp the universe. We are in the position of a little child entering a huge library filled with books in many languages. The child knows someone must have written those books, but does not know how. Does not understand the languages in which they are written. The child dimly suspects a mysterious order in the arrangement of the books, but doesn't know what that is. That, it seems to me, is the attitude of the most intelligent human toward God. Albert Einstein, 1930.
I don't know where you're supposed to view this from. I'm pretty sure that is what it is, though. Also, I turned this back toward the mountain, so we can have some consistency there. Oh, here, is this it? Wait a minute. This looks promising. It goes over there. If it's not that, I'm going to be kind of disappointed, because that looks like you should be able to draw something here. Okay, there's obviously something we're missing, but this is looking pretty good as a candidate for the one area that we're not seeing here. And we haven't gotten on the obelisk yet. Not to mention, I don't really know where else you could really see that from, because the tower only provides you with a few limited perspectives, right? Yeah, it almost has to be somewhere down there, or up here. I feel like this is... Wait a minute. No, that is the only way to get up there. Yeah, because you can't climb there otherwise, right? But this is making sense, because we ended here before. Oh, there! We can... I was just standing in the wrong spot. Okay. There we go. Okay, so with that done, we should have completed the town. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the river obelisk and just take stock of what we need to do inside the mountain before we go head in there. And I know that's around here. I keep forgetting how to get to it, though. But we'll come back to the town obelisk last, because we got one more task to do there at the very end. Here it is. Okay, we got nothing there. So we did all those. Nothing on this face, nothing on this face. We did both of those. We did those. We did those. And then this one... Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. We got this. So we got that one remaining inside the mountain. On the walkable mazes. And I think all of those are accounted for. All of these seem to be accounted for. And all of these seem to be accounted for. So I think it's just that one. So if I'm not mistaken, we should be at 133. We are. Yes! Okay, so the big mystery now is I need to know where 2 of the puzzles are. I know where one of them is, but there's 2 of them I don't know about. I don't know if one of the 2 is solving the walkway thing that I mentioned earlier, the alternate way. So I guess we're going to have to find that out. But basically, I'm going to be looking throughout the next video and just making sure we don't miss anything. So, tell you what, why don't we just go and stop here for now, and we'll head inside the mountain next time. So until then, thanks so much for watching, everybody. It's been fun. This has been JB, as always, playing through The Witness and having a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that little bell so you get notified of the next episode. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side. So take care, and see you next time.